Derek Carr spoke to the media on Wednesday after the joint practice and regular practice, and this is before the preseason game on Friday. And you sent this clip to me. I had seen it. I see almost every single.
Oh, it's Derek Carr. Of course, you freaking saw it.
And I see obviously I'm going to see our QB1s. I see the backup running backs media days, right? So I'm going to see Carrs. But I didn't think too much of this answer until you sent it to me. Take a listen.
You always want to make sure you're doing your job right, before you go and start correcting people all the time, and getting to a certain place, and with the coaches and with the team, and to where I do feel comfortable. And you guys know me, the way I do it. When I see something, I'm going to go sit next to their locker. I'm going to say, I need you to do it like this. Guys know I've had the conversations with them. I was like, this way that you're doing this isn't good enough. You got to do it like this. And I said, I'm the first one to make mistakes, but the mistakes are the same thing every day, and I kind of do it in a personal sense. And that's just how I've been. And I've been doing that, since camp started, because once OTAs, you kind of get a feel for the philosophy, you get a feel for the scheme. So now it's time to lead. Now it's time to, at first it was lead by example, put the work in, put the time in. Still doing that, but now being vocal, having those hard conversations that aren't always fun, but I'm definitely having them with guys, and just keep pushing, because I'm just at a place in my life where, we've been close, on some good, talented teams, but that's just not enough. It's the details that cost us at the end of the Bengals game. It's the details that cost us at the end of certain games. And, going forward, I'm just trying my best to keep pushing our guys, myself included, to make sure that we are so locked in and honed in on that. And if we screw it up, okay, do it again after practice. Okay, you screw it up, it's okay. Watch it again in the film until you really get it. You know what I mean? And so just pushing guys to do that really during training camps when it started, especially after learning the new offense.
So why'd you send that clip, Soto?
A couple reasons. I'm very encouraged by that. I know we had a discussion a few weeks ago about why the leadership is different, what I see different from Carr, and that's it. Him taking more of an active role instead of just being that follow the leader guy. When Jon Gruden was on the team, he was the head coach. He was the main guy. He was the voice.
The czar of football.
Exactly. He was the guy. And Carr took a backseat to that. And he even admittedly, he was a little bit more quiet. He wasn't the quote unquote rah type of guy. And leadership, you have to be able to make those tough calls. You have to be able to get in someone's ass when you need to. And he's saying, okay, this is different from the start of camp. I've been telling these guys what you're doing is not good enough. And having those tough conversations and helping them, not just telling them, but helping them get it right. And that's what I saw a little bit more, the transition, kind of like the transition from taking a backseat to Gruden. So now Gruden's gone. Now I'm the guy now. I'm that voice. That's where I saw the difference late in the season from the team taking a dump when they were midseason in the hunt to the team putting it together and making the playoff run. That's the difference that I saw. And that's the difference that I see now is, look, like I keep saying over and over again, like the first time I heard it with Patrick Graham, the standard is the standard, and you have to hold everybody accountable. Like Carr said, rightly so, you have to hold yourself accountable first. You can't be fucking up left and right and then telling someone else how they're fucking up. You have to know your shit first, right? Mm-hmm. So him taking them to sitting down a teammate and not just saying, okay, follow my lead, I'll show you how to do it. It's making sure everybody else is doing it, not just saying follow me, I'm going to do my thing and they need to follow me. No, I'm going to make sure I'm going to lead from the back. Real leaders are in the trenches with everyone else. They're not just out front doing their own thing. He's in there doing everything with everyone else, making sure he's accountable and making sure they're accountable.
Leading from the back is how my wife got pregnant.
Boom.
What you're talking about. I got two takeaways. One big one smaller one. First one is Derek Carr seems very comfortable having hard conversations with his teammates now. Mm-hmm. Darren Waller talked about it on Busting with the Boys. Davante Adams, obviously, they have a super tight relationship, so he's talked about it. And then Derek Carr just brought it up again, where he said, I'll have that hard conversation. I'll be waiting at your locker. If you fucked up, I'll be waiting at your locker to have that conversation. And I'll come down on you.
And he said specifically, if it's the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to make sure you get in your
ass.
It's
like, all right, it's uncharacteristic for Mac Hollins to run this slant incorrectly, right? I'm not going to come down on him when he corrected it the next play. if you're making the same mistake over and over and over again, we're going to have a sit down and we're going to fix it.
Get this right. Yeah.
And
let's do it again.
And that's a human problem a lot of people never have been able to conquer, is they don't want to deal with the uncomfortability of the now, even though maybe deep down they know it's going to be 10 times worse in the future if you let it fester, right? So it's nice to see him outwardly say that. And I never felt like he was not that kind of way, but him being more active in that way. And two, the biggest thing with me is this just is another example of Josh McDaniels showing how he's reinvented himself into a player's coach. What's the first thing Davante said about Josh McDaniels when he came to the Raiders? Oh, he's asking me what I want to do. He respects my knowledge as a player. He wants to know what's in my brain. And then let's get together in the lab and work together. Carr says the same thing. Foster Moreau said the same thing.
Waller he said it right. He said Moreau right.
All these guys are saying the same thing. And this is Derek Carr for the 100th time proving he's a soldier. You want him to sling the rock recklessly? He will. You want him to dink and dunk? He will. You want him to be conservative in the red zone? He will. You want him to be wild in the red zone? He will. You want him to be purely a leader by example like Gruden wanted him to be? No problem. Josh McDaniels comes in, players coach, you be you. You guys grab the reins of this franchise. You guys are the ones in the trenches, right? You guys grab this season by the balls and do what you think you should. And Derek Carr jumps at the chance. He's like, fine, that's what you need. That's what I'll give you. And that's been Derek Carr his entire NFL career. Yes, coach, what do you need? I will do it. And in this case, McDaniels is, you take a more active role. And he's doing it. Congratulations for making it all the way to the end of our video. If you want Darren Waller to catch 20 touchdown passes next season and for Max Crosby to have 30 sacks, go ahead and subscribe and click the next video.